wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anyone you'd like to hear will come to you. A rescue mission is on the way. Let's learn about all the characters from the rescuers, including 2 of them from Down Under. We'll start with Bernard. Timid yet polite, Bernard is a round young mouse who works as a janitor for the Rescue Aid Society. When Bernard finds an SOS note inside a bottle, he sets off on a whirlwind adventure with a Hungarian agent named Miss Bianca to find a missing girl by the name of Penny. Their success leads to Bernard's appointment as an agent in the Rescue Aid Society. Bernard is nervous and superstitious, but he has a strong moral compass and gains courage from Bianca. He is also physically strong, often performing feats of strength seemingly impossible for an animal of his size. Bernard lives by the rescuer's pledge, through storm and rain and dark of night, never failed to do what's right.
Did you know that?
Bernard suffers from triskaidekaphobia, or a fear of the number 13. But it's just a number. Silly.
Now you know.
Meet Orville. Orville is an albatross pilot for Albatross Airlines and is Miss Bianca and Bernard's primary means of travel. The mice sit in a sardine can strapped to his back as he flies through the air. Orville wears a brown helmet, pilot goggles, and a lavender scarf, and likes to sing as he flies. He's not great at takeoffs or landings, but he says he's fit as a fiddle. This is Rufus. Rufus is an elderly cat who's too old to chase mice. He is kind and warm and comforts the orphan Penny when she is sad that she wasn't adopted. Rufus helps Penny keep her head up and believe that one day her situation will change. Rufus does not think that 2 little mice can find Penny, but he is willing to help them anyway, offering up whatever information he has about the girl. Say hello to Miss Bianca. Miss Bianca is a graceful Hungarian mouse who is an agent in the Rescue Aid Society in New York City. Bianca is always impeccably dressed in a fashionable hat and shawl with a bow, and can often be seen powdering her face or reapplying perfume. In spite of her attention to her own appearance, Bianca is able to look past the experiences of others. She decides to take Bernard along with her on her mission, even though he's just a janitor. Miss Bianca is kind and compassionate. She is also fearless and daring, and she loves a good adventure.
Did you know that?
Bianca's name comes from the Italian word bianco, meaning white. The decision to make Bianca of Hungarian descent came about because her voice actress Eva Gaber was born in Hungary.
Now you know.
This is Evinrude. The dragonfly Evinrude owns the fastest boat in Devil's Bayou. He helps Bianca and Bernard save Penny by taking them to Madame Medusa's hideout and flying to get help. Evinrude is green with big eyes, a mustache, and an orange nose. He wears a blue sweater as well. Here are Nero and Brutus. Mean and ferocious, Nero and Brutus are Madame Medusa's pet crocodiles. They act as prison guards and keep Bianca and Bernard from saving Penny several times. The 2 are fiercely loyal to Madame Medusa, right up until the moment they realize she has no respect for them. Their hobbies include playing the pipe organ, eating mice, and bullying Madame Medusa's business partner, Snoops. Now, here is Madame Medusa. Madame Medusa is a greedy villain who has a fixation on diamonds. In fact, she owns a pawn shop that she uses to buy up as many diamonds as she can. Madame Medusa's biggest ambition is to get her hands on the world's biggest diamond, the Devil's Eye. She even goes so far as to kidnap Penny and force her to retrieve the diamond from the cave where it is hidden. Although intelligent and patient, Madame Medusa is also ill-tempered and unstable. She will stop at nothing to get what she wants.
Did you know that?
Madame Medusa lives in a half-sunken steamboat. In an early draft of the script, she lived in a rundown mansion. She gets her name from the Greek mythological creature who could turn a person to stone with just the power of her gaze.
Now you know.
Here is Snoops. Snoops is Madame Medusa's bumbling sidekick and business partner. He hopes to share some of Madame Medusa's treasury, but keeps letting Penny escape. He is a cowardly, greedy, round, balding man with a very thin mustache and a yellow suit. And now, here is Penny herself. Penny, the little orphan who is kidnapped by Madame Medusa, is small enough to fit into the cave that holds the Devil's Eye diamond and has no family who will notice that she's missing. But she's not the kind of child who's just going to accept her fate. She tries to escape multiple times, and when that doesn't work, she sends a plea for help in a message in a bottle. Penny is sweet and affectionate, but that doesn't mean she's afraid to speak her mind. She calls Nero and Brutus freaky little dragons to their faces, and isn't worried about their sharp teeth and menacing glares. After escaping the Devil's Bayou, she makes national news when she donates the precious jewel to the Smithsonian. Although Penny often expresses concern about not getting adopted, this fear is ultimately unfounded and she finds a family of her own. Okay, here are some 2 characters from The Rescuers Down Under. With Percival McLeach. The cruel poacher Percival McLeach deals in the hides of rare animals and has the eye set on a golden eagle. He's calculating, arrogant, and a bit of a con man. He lies easily and often to get what he wants. Percival dresses in drab, functional clothing and wears the feather of a golden eagle in the band of his safari hat. He is hardly ever seen without his pet monitor lizard, Joanna. And this is Cody, an 8-year-old boy with the courage of a grown man. Cody befriends the golden eagle, Marihoot, when he saves her from one of McLeach's traps. Unfortunately, Cody is soon caught up in a trap himself, but he keeps his cool and saves Marihoot's life by refusing to tell McLeach where she is. Cody is a caring and gentle boy, but stubborn and strong-willed traits that come in handy against the vicious poacher. And those are all the rescuer characters. Join me next time, and we'll take aim and learn about the characters from Robin Hood.